Hello everyone, it is Kids Filming Club. I am Micah, and today we will be taking a look at 5 lost Stikbot products. These are Stikbot products that existed at one point.
Sorry, I don't get to use that intro too much. You like my new microphone? Well, anyway, getting on to the video, let's look at what is regarded as some of the rarest Stikbots of all time. Some of these things we don't even fully know about, so keep this in mind, and this is just my list. And the Stikbot community is young, and a lot of stuff isn't still known, so keep this in mind. But with that said, let's get on to the video. Coming in at number 7, well, not these guys, their boss, kind of. Well, I'm sure these guys could have technically been on this list somewhere. The boss is what we're looking at today. To promote Tales of the Strange, what they did was they released a limited edition big collector's pack with almost all of the characters, but this isn't what we'll be looking at today. While this isn't that rare in the grand, I mean it's rare, but this isn't what we'll be looking at today like I said before. There was, back in around 2017 when this first released, there was also a single pack with it's just a single Stikbot, and it was that black Stikbot. So, this guy just released by himself, but it was never really sold again. Ironically, this is one of the few times I literally met someone who bought the single pack. I literally went to a party in my town and they were holding this exact Stikbot from the single pack. Weird coincidence regardless, but this is number 7. The Stikbot plushie, we all know it, we all love it. I mean, Zing, can you please bring it back? We love it. Yeah, these things are absolutely phenomenal, amazing. I love them. They're just beautiful. We all know that they were very limited or whatever, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, they're not too rare. I saw one on sale for OfferUp. Granted, it was in an alleyway in LA, but that's not the point. Some of these colors weren't released everywhere, or just anywhere at all, to our knowledge. Now, ironically, I forgot it, but I'm pretty sure it was the red one. It could have been the blue one, though. Some of these colors were literally just not released, which kind of sucks. So yeah, that's taking place number 6. I know this is a bit underwhelming, but trust me, it's gonna get exciting. Contrary to popular belief, the Stikbot danglers aren't too rare, or the Stikbot keychains or whatever. I mean, they're rare, but you can find them on eBay for like 15 bucks. Here are 2 images of some I found. Yeah, it's really actually interesting. A lot of people didn't know this, so I'm glad to be making this video about it. I found one on Mercari for $2, 3 plus shipping. So yeah, I bought it, and here's my quick review. Now, I mean, they're not too rare, but they're still pretty rare, so you might be wondering why I'm still putting them on this list. Well, see, similar to the Stikbot plushies, they had a limited release. Still in Canada, but they had a longer release in Canada. So that means that most of these figures are probably being imported from Canada if you're getting them, which means there's a very limited quantity in a way. So with that said, on to the next one. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't really know what to put here, so I just put this here. You can grill me in the comments, but if you have a better idea, please tell me. Anyway, prototype Stikbots. There are a couple of these guys, presumably actually a decent amount. These are the 2 examples that I have here, so there are a couple other prototypes too, or just ones that never really left the studio or factory, like the lime green translucent Stikbot, or this guy right here, and obviously the transparent yellow with the funny different colored string. There are a lot more and other ones that need to actually be confirmed if they're real, but for now this is where I'm going to leave this off. At this point in time, I think everyone has heard of the black translucent Stikbot, regarded as the rarest Stikbot of all time. We'll get to why I put it at number 3, but for one of the first times in Stikbot history, we actually know about this thing, so I'm very excited to talk about it, so let's go into it. So this guy thought it'd be funny if he just tried to archive a bunch of Stikbot videos he could. Then he found this video, which is playing right now. Found footage of the black translucent Stikbot. Oh my god. So people found this guy's YouTube channel, contacted him on Facebook, and this quickly escalated into people actually talking him to buy it. After talking to the person, eventually a bunch of people it didn't really work out, so I jumped in and I offered to purchase the Stikbot. They agreed, but there was another offer and they eventually bid it higher. This person who sold it, the original owner of the Stikbot, claims that the person they stole it to had a large collection, so hopefully we'll be able to see a bunch of images of the black translucent Stikbot besides the ones I'm showing on screen right now. Now, thanks to Tesla Films for finding this little video, which is basically what we're entirely going off of, and this explains everything. So one theory about the black translucent Stikbot was that it was exclusive to South America, and they were kinda close, but not really. For an extremely limited time, contacting the Facebook Stikbot Latin account, which, oh, you don't know what that is? So, Stikbot used to do this really cool thing where they partner with these groups who would dub the majority of Stikbot videos. The sad part is that support for these guys pretty much ended 3 years ago, or a bit more, which means that they never got a finished series like Off the Grid, which just hurts to think about. So anyway, you could request a partnership with them, their Facebook account specifically, and you would get like this pack of Stikbots, including a limited edition black translucent Stikbot, which I think you can, yeah, there he is, look, it's adorable. And I'm guessing this part's a bit more speculation, but if whoever got the most views would get this pack right here. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It's like a little pack that came with Stikbots. I call it the Ultimate Stikbot Studio Pack. It's pretty cool. I like it. Pretty gaming. So yeah, if you stumbled across it before on the internet, then that's pretty cool. I did. I brushed it off. It's just a weird knockoff. I wish I didn't do this because now I can't find it again. If you find it, please send it to us in the comments or something. Thank you. And so now, going on to number 2, which is actually not number 2 and secretly. This next section is just a bunch of random miscellaneous rare things that were only released in certain parts of the world. Or something, I don't know, it's just random stuff. Like these pink suction cupped little characters that were only released in the UK, I think. I don't know for sure. Pretty funky. You have these two metal bots, which were pretty rare, but they also put them in some packs sometimes, so I mean, the value isn't entirely gone, just it's somewhere. They're not too uncommon, but they're still kind of rare. In the rare world of Stikbots, a lot of stuff comes down to the packaging. These figures were released in the US only years later though, but this packaging still hasn't been released. Maybe in the future, but this packaging with these characters has only ever been released in Russia, which kind of annoys me because it's cheaper there to get them, but you have to pay $50. I talked about it in my last video, so thank you for watching that and stuff. And then you also have stuff that's just kind of rare by Stikbot on purpose. Like these mystery bags. Like remember the little mystery egg things? The rare ones were this galaxy rabbit thing and this black chicken. You can get them. There's also like a glow-in-the-dark chicken, which was kind of rare. Pretty cool. And I mean, I could honestly keep on going on about these guys for hours. I mean, there's so much stuff to unpack. There's so much stuff we don't even know. This is just unofficial stuff. There's so many unofficial ones, like the Minecraft ones or Avengers ones that were exclusive to China or Russia. There is so much lore, and if you are interested, I would recommend researching it, but it can be a pain in the ass to find all this info because it's not very well documented. But with that said, on number 1. Remember how I said to find stuff in a small community that is 7 years old, where most of the people in it are 7 years old? It's pretty hard to archive stuff? Well, that's where this new project, which I am very excited for, comes in. And this was a major help for this video. Created by the dark side of YouTube and Showan, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, this is a slideshow that compiles every single Stikbot ever made, practically almost. And this is a major help to this video, and I'm pretty sure they've already made it public, or it's going public soon. So this was a major help. Thank you guys so much for this. This is awesome. And it even lists prototypes and stuff. It even lists descriptions for the different characters if there's lore behind them and stuff. Speaking of which, I feel like the white translucent Stikbot, or as the list calls it, the pure translucent Stikbot prototype, which is a pretty cool name I must admit, is almost a joke in the community in some ways. I mean, first of all, it's a pretty stupid concept. Like, okay, the black translucent Stikbot, there was no black translucent Stikbot. There still really isn't. So, a new color makes sense, or even if you count it as brown, it still has a different color string to the brown Stikbot, so it at least has a, great, it exists for a purpose almost. But the white translucent? There are already white translucent Stikbots, more than this image shows, so it's really weird. And the fact that there are literally no images of this product except for one thing I made in a minute with a random effect I found in my editor, I wouldn't really blame someone if they thought that it was fake. In case you missed Stikbot oddities or something, I'll give a quick recap of what happened. So, basically, the white translucent Stikbot was present in very, very early 2015. Supposedly a prototype thing leaked out of the factory, probably something along the lines of the yellow translucent Stikbot if this is true. But we're going to be discussing a little more here. But anyway, so there were a couple videos made on very, very small channels. Think those random channels you get recommended every now and then, where a Stikbot video was from 7 years ago. These are super old small channels that have since been deleted, or the accounts have been forgotten about. They might not even remember what a Stikbot is. So this is a very obscure product. There isn't much to go off of this guy. I mean, if the black translucent Stikbot said nothing, then this guy's practically dead. I mean, there is literally nothing known about this guy. So the main thing that I always go back to is a couple years ago, this guy asked a random video, one of the few surviving original images of the black translucent Stikbot. He posted it and said, "Hey, does anyone know where this guy comes from?" A while ago, someone saw this image, commented on the video responding to it, and said that he asked Zing about it. And something that he said out of nowhere, which no one questioned after this, was that when asking Zing or Stikbot about the black translucent Stikbot, they said that there was a white one too. I love the image in my head of just a black translucent Stikbot and the white translucent Stikbot. Just what, you know that thing when people are fighting or something and they lean against each other, but they're just chilling? And then but it's the two rare Stikbots, and that image is so wholesome in my head. Goose, if you're watching this, please make that and then post it on Instagram with this video because, self-promotion. Anyway, yeah, I think that this is the point I'm just about to get into. So if the black translucent Stikbot was the Stikbot that was given away to people who helped collaborate and were sponsored by Stikbot Latin, then maybe the white translucent Stikbot was the companion for this guy. Or maybe it was a different country, I don't know. But I think that this is a really cool concept, and this is my conspiracy theory on the backstory behind it. With no images or anything remaining of this guy, I say that this is the rarest Stikbot of all time. Now, we could have asked Stikbot themselves. The current team didn't even know the origin of the black translucent Stikbot when it was actually revealed in their Discord server. I don't blame them, it was a bit hard to find because you did have to scroll up a bit. But, yeah. So, this is my personal list. If you have anything you want to change or whatever, then make sure to comment it down below. If you have any information on any of these guys, I'd love to know. So, with that said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next one. Bye.